welcome to Insights by Johnita Francis. I am Johnita Francis, and this sadly will be my last show on A1R Psychic Radio for a little while. I'm having a bit of a break. I have had a tremendous, almost 12 months I've been bringing this show to you, and it has been amazing. It's given me an opportunity to connect with people all over the world. And I know that there are other platforms that also do this, but it's not quite the same. It's not the same. So, and it's something that I look forward to doing every single time. I get excited the night before. I'm never prepared. I love that about myself. I'm very go with the flow. Whatever falls out my mouth when it happens, it happens. So, but today I wanted to talk to you about making choices in your life and working out what it is that's going to work for you. And the decision for me to have a break from A1R Psychic Radio is purely because I've got so much stuff going on in my life at the moment, all great stuff, and I'm trying to work out how to make it all work. And I've realized that there's still a lot of learnings for me to learn about myself and about understanding my modalities, understanding my experiences as a psychic medium, understanding my mentoring. So each day, I mean, you know, even though you tune in and you listen to people like myself who've been doing it, I've been alive for 43 years. So I've been tapping into spirit for 42 and a half years, I'm pretty sure, that I'm consciously aware of. So, but we don't have all the answers. We just don't. We're students. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly learning. And sometimes we have to make decisions that, to press pause on certain areas of our lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. People press pause on their careers to have children. People press pause on riding a motorcycle because they've got kids, or they want to start having a family, or they press pause on a uni degree because they want to go and travel and enrich their lives and enrich their experiences. And that's all I'm doing. So you'll still catch me on Facebook. I'm still doing spiritual mentoring. I'm still doing the Dear Human Letters. Nothing changes. I'm just wanting to gain some more learnings and come back and you'll see me on the radio, or hear me on the radio, I should say, early next year. You know, that's the plan, to come back. I'm just having a little bit of a break for now, which is, So what I wanted to talk today about is doing that decision and sticking to it, and knowing that, like I said, okay, guys, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? And I went through a meditation recently, and the meditation, strangely enough, was about walking through a field of sunflowers. And it kind of dawned on me that I've used this background a few times because, strangely enough, I'm not really in a field of sunflowers, if you can see your Facebook screen. And I was thinking, okay, I'm getting messages all the time. First time I used this background, I thought, oh, it's so pretty. Isn't it pretty? It's got sunshine. It's nice. You know, I love it. And I missed the message altogether. And the message was related to this meditation that I did about finding different areas and different aspects of my life and working out how all that comes together. And I don't even try to pretend I have all the answers, because I don't. Quite frankly, I don't want to have all the answers. I want to be as equipped as I need to be to support as many people as possible. But I also want to learn. I don't want to be the whole guru Zen master that has nothing else to learn. I mean, how freaking boring would that be? That would just be crap. So I look at these sunflowers, and I actually painted one recently as a result of the meditation, as a result of them keep popping up in my life. Every time I turn around, I'm seeing a sunflower, which is crazy because it's 33 degrees in Australia where I live at the moment. So definitely no sunflowers. But sunflowers are all about ourselves. And the sun is depicted in astrology as our one, as ourself. So it's kind of saying to me that follow the path, follow the sunflowers, look for the messages and everything that we're sending you, because there's more out here, there's more going on for you than what you're aware of. And that's, I suppose, what today's show is all about, seeing everything as a message. Not going overboard, obviously, you know. But if you're craving Vegemite, this is how cool it can get for you if you just relax into your spiritual journey. If you're craving Vegemite, you could be missing potassium, or you could be missing one of the key ingredients of Vegemite. If you're craving hot chips, your salt levels in your body might be down, or you might need a bit of the potatoes. You might need a key ingredient in the potato. So everything is in moderation, and it's exactly like our spiritual journey. If we're craving something new, we kind of owe it to ourselves to go off and have a little try and see what you can learn, and then come back and regroup and share that knowledge. And that's pretty much what my entire life has been about. Sometimes I learn things the completely freaking hard way, and it's up shit creek without a paddle, no arms, no legs, and a crocodile on you. But I love that. I love that about myself, because what I've learned over the years is no matter how bad the shit is, no matter how deep you are in it right in this moment, I know that I can survive it. I know that I can get out the other side, because history tells me that I'm a tough little cookie. And knowing that about myself means that I can go into really tough situations and just relax into them, because I know that everything is always perfect, whole, and complete. Everything is always going to be okay. So I don't have to stress so much about it. So was I a little nervous about saying, thanks for listening and I'll see you all again in a few months? Absolutely, because I'm human. I'm here for the human experience. Do I know that it is 100% the right thing to do so I can gather more information, learn more, and then bring those learnings back to you? Absolutely. Absolutely, because I picked up on all the signs. It's time for me to go down the path a little bit more and see what else is out there, see what else I can glean from it and learn from it. And I think we kind of, people in my position where we have, potentially, thousands of people that come to us for guidance and support and mentoring and readings and all that sort of stuff that we do in our jobs. I think we kind of have an obligation to be able to keep it real and to let people know that we also have our trials and tribulations, and that we also have the decisions that we just don't want to make sometimes, and we procrastinate on them because we're worried about the impact on ourselves. Is this the right decision? Just because I'm a psychic doesn't mean I have all the answers to every single question. It doesn't mean that, I can propel myself along faster than everyone else and stuff the rest of you because I've got all the answers and spirit always talks to me. Yeah, they do always talk to me, but sometimes we talk absolute shit. Sometimes I think they grab a glass of Chardonnay and we sit up at the bar and we get absolutely nowhere, but we think we have. And that's what life is all about. It's accepting what's going on around you, being aware, being present in the moment, seeing what else is there to do, being happy to roll up your sleeves and do the work when that's required, and also know when to just take your shoes off and have a wander around your garden and enjoy the smells of your roses or your jasmines or whatever it is that you've got growing in your backyard. And so for me, this year has been all over the place on so many different levels. I've been chaotically busy. I had to take a month off, like literally a month off on my passion job, because it was just so much work. It was a lot of work, and I'm so grateful for that. But I also needed to find balance. Absolutely needed to find balance. So I just said, okay, I need to just stop everything just for a month. I just need a full month off. And then we'll, regain some momentum. And I did a few things, obviously. I still did my radio show. I still did my lives on Facebook. But as far as doing the one-to-one mentoring, that all stopped. And during that month, I worked out that I needed to find a better balance. I've always been such a worker. I get in, I roll my sleeves up, what needs to be done. I am the first person on the job and I'm the last person to leave in the evening. And it's always been like that for me. I'm kind of wired like that to do that. And as noble as that sounds and as fantastic as it is for everybody else that comes along for help, it can become quite more like a chore and less of a passion. And I never wanted that to feel, I never wanted anything in my life to feel like that. So I pressed the pause button, and I'm so glad I did, because I learned a lot about my work ethics and how I apply myself, and that I can say I need to move things around, and I don't always have to start at 3 o'clock in the morning and finish at 11 o'clock at night and be absolutely ratchet. I don't need to do everything for everyone all the time. And you know what? I still have the same amount of people coming to me for guidance. Nothing's changed except my mindset and how I work those people into appointments. And it really is a case of me saying, do you mind if we do it this day instead? Everybody, 100% of the people that come to me say, absolutely. That's actually a better day for me. I have not had one person say to me, well, that's inconvenient. So it was always me doing it to myself. So if you're finding that you're getting overwhelmed in your life, or everything's just too stressful, or you're finding that you're packing so much onto your plate that you've basically bought out the entire buffet, start putting tiny little boundaries in place for yourself, for your own sanity, for your own health and happiness. And nobody will leave you. The people that turn their backs are not supposed to be there anyway. Let's face it. That's an old truth. But the people that will support you, and the people that the universe sends to you and that you attract to yourself, they will get it. Everything happens with you. It's not happening to you to teach you lessons. It's happening for you. It's enriching your experiences. It's enriching your life. It's enriching the quality of your life and the quality of who you are, your character building, and it's a constant thing. I never want to stop learning. I never want to get to that point where I know myself tremendously well, but I never want to get to that point where it becomes boring for me to learn about myself and boring for me to understand my triggers and go down the rabbit hole of why did I get pissed off when someone said that? Why did that make me cry? So it's, I've always advocated for yourself, evolution of self, advocate for yourself, look after yourself, unconditionally love yourself. And I hope that over the last almost 12 months, you've got that from me. You've learned that, you've taken it on board, and perhaps made some improvements in your own life for the improvements that you want to see for your life, not for everybody else. So we're almost at the wrap-up stage. And there's a little adrenaline kicking in for me because it's that bittersweet happiness. I know what's coming, but I'm also a little reluctant to let go as well. So it's a very interesting time for me. So I am Johnita Francis, and it has been an absolute pleasure coming to you every single week. And if you would like to look me up on YouTube, you're more than welcome to do that. I always use my name. It's really easy. It's John, Johnita. And the reason why it's always my name is because you've only got to remember one thing, and that's Johnita Francis. I have a YouTube channel. I have Facebook. I have a podcast, A Guided Life, with a dear friend of mine, Trish Rock. If you haven't listened in, you can listen in at a whole bunch of places. We are all over the place with that. We're very, very popular. I'm here to help you on your spiritual journey. I'm here to provide you with the clarity. I'm here to clear out the mud, clear out the debris, get rid of the fuckery in your life, and just bring you back to your essence and your true self, your sovereign being, and make that an enjoyable, beautiful quality of life for as long as you are here on this earth learning this lifetime. So once again, Johnita Francis, Insight by Johnita Francis. Catch me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And for now, thank you very, very much. I love you all. Bye for now.